I see you, Rabbit. You rocking to the beat. Hey. What is going on, everybody? How are y'all doing? All right, before we get started with this video, give it a thumbs up. Let's get it over 200 likes. Do it. You can do it. Give it a thumbs up. All right. Yves Guillemot, the president of Ubisoft. R.I.P. Iwata. He used to always say Ubisoft. He was recently interviewed by IGN, and he shared some interesting information about Ubisoft and their future plans with the Nintendo Switch. But first, before we even get into his article and I share my thoughts, Ubisoft has always recently had a great relationship with the Nintendo Switch. I remember on the Wii U, when all other developers were jumping ship, Ubisoft stuck it out with Nintendo almost to the end, almost to the very end of the Wii U's lifespan. Assassin's Creed, we got the Black Flag 4. We even had Watch Dogs on the Wii U. Go check. It's there. And so, Ubisoft's always had a great relationship. They even brought Miyamoto on the stage at their E3 press conference, 2 years ago? And so Ubisoft has always shown Nintendo that love. I like Yves Guillemot. I show Ubisoft love too. And they brought games to the Switch. They've kept that love affair going from the Wii U to the Switch. Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Bro, if you haven't tried out this game is lit. It's a tactical strategy game. I'm on the last world. I'm on the world 3 boss or something. The boss right before the last boss. I'm definitely going back to beat this game. I got a backlog to fulfill, and I must fulfill my duty to the Nintendo community. I'm going to beat this game. I am. I'm going to beat it. I'm going to beat it. But Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, dope game. Starlink. They also put Starlink on the Switch. Now, my thoughts with Starlink. Starlink is lit. They should have just had a full-out Star Fox. They should have just talked to Nintendo. Hey, Nintendo, allow us to make a Star Fox, just a full-out just Star Fox game. Which Starlink could it could have fit the bill either way. But go ham and just make a Star Fox game. That would have been lit. But they showed the Switch love with Starlink. Also, Rayman Legends Definitive Edition. Now, this game was on the Wii U, and it was ported to the Switch. I didn't double dip on this game, but this game is lit. One of the best 2D platformers you're ever going to play. So dope. The musical stages with the rhythms. So lit, boy. And so, Rayman Legends even recently announced Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered about to drop on the Switch. And so, Ubisoft has been showing Nintendo love. And so, here's their Yves Guillemot, the president of Ubisoft, his interview with IGN that I'm going to share my thought. First, they asked him about Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and he says, yes, it comes to me for sure because it's really not only a game, it's really a relationship, a collaboration with Nintendo. The way it happened is that our teams at Ubisoft have always been so impressed by what Nintendo was doing. They wanted to collaborate with Nintendo, and we did so in being early on the machines Nintendo did. And we did a lot on the Wii U, if you remember. That's one thing Ubisoft does. When Nintendo's about to launch a platform, they make sure to reach out with them somehow, or Nintendo reaches out to them. They make sure their games are on Nintendo's system, either at launch or around the launch window. The optimal relationship that we could have was to work with Mr. Miyamoto, and for us to have that responsibility was fantastic. because you can learn how he does things. You can get feedback on everything you do, so that has been an experience that has been really cool for all our members of the company. That's why it was a discussion we had with Mr. Iwata, R.I.P. Iwata, the person who was organizing the relationship between Ubisoft and Nintendo. So it was Iwata that was the mastermind behind that. And I would say a long discussion we had to convince Mr. Miyamoto that what we were showing and what we could do. So they had to convince Miyamoto. Mario is his baby, brah. Like, I ain't gonna put Mario on anything. All right. He also asked about their continued relationship with Nintendo, and specifically whether or not they're going to have a sequel to Mario & Rabbids Kingdom Battle. And he says, we can't say much today, but we have a good relationship. So let's see what will come. Now, he's saying, I'm not saying anything, bro. A sequel to this game has to happen. During the first year of the Switch, this was the best-selling game on the Switch. It sold multi-millions. The game sold real good because not only did they just use Nintendo, because anybody could use their IP, but it's a solid game. And based on this interview, Yves Guillemot strongly suggested that they're going to continue their partnership, their relationship with the Switch, and so expect more Ubisoft games to be coming to the Nintendo Switch, according to Yves Guillemot, and it's a no-brainer. Great support. If they supported the Wii U when the Wii U was tanking, they're going to be on board with the Switch, with it selling so well. And he's hinted that there's going to be a sequel to this game. I could tell. And they interviewed the developers before, and he strongly suggested that a sequel was in the works too. I think a sequel would be dope with some online multiplayer. That would be lit. That would be lit. And so the relationship with Nintendo and Ubisoft seems bright. Two games that come to mind that I think that hasn't been on the Switch, and I think primarily because of technical limitations, that I think could possibly come on the Switch, especially with the Switch Pro announcement. And Ubisoft likes to be right there at the launch of systems. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Now, this is interesting, because if you live in Japan, this game is on the Switch. There's cloud streaming on the Switch in Japan. Let you know that cloud streaming is coming to the Switch in the US. Some way, somehow, they're going to partner with Microsoft. I think that's who they're going to use to help get cloud streaming on the Switch, because cloud streaming is already there in Japan. Assassin's Creed Odyssey would be dope on the Switch. What other game would be dope on the Switch? Division 2. Now, I've had a rough experience with Division 2, and I heard that the game had some glitches, some bugs. It wasn't patched, and it's since been patched. But Division 2 is a dope game, don't get me wrong. Would be a good fit on the Switch with that Pro. Hey, we lit, man. Nintendo announced the Pro tomorrow. You do your boy a huge favor. But that's it. Ubisoft's president has said we have a great relationship with Nintendo. Expect that relationship to continue. More Ubisoft games coming to your Nintendo Switch. Man, I like these neon Joy-Cons, bro. We lit. All right, dudes. What do you guys think about Yves Guillemot and his comments towards Nintendo? My kids, they're knocking on the door. They know I'm about to finish. Got them. I got them. They want to come in the video to end it. Samuel hears. Sound off in the comment section below. I want to know. But before you go, bro, click that subscribe. I can't do it because my son's hit my head. My other son, Joshua. Stay up to date. All things Nintendo. We out. You got waffles on your mouth. down this whole video.
Uh-huh.